Isaiah Buggs is officially off the team. So according to NFL insider Tom Pelissero, Chiefs have informed Isaiah Buggs they're releasing him. Isaiah Buggs' bond was revoked after his most recent arrest, and he's currently in jail as multiple legal cases play out. So obviously what we talked about last week, JD, it's bigger of issues. It's more than football for Isaiah Buggs at this point, so hopefully he gets the help he needs. But again, if you're not familiar with the story, Buggs was arrested for the second time this past or 2 weeks ago on charges of second-degree domestic violence and second-degree assault. Buggs was previously booked on charges of animal cruelty about a month prior. So, JD, obviously we saw this coming. That's why it was a topic last week for us. Are you surprised, not surprised?
Nah, to be honest with you, I wasn't surprised at all. I thought this was coming, to be honest with you. And the thing is, it was just too much mess. It was just too much happening in the offseason. And once you start bringing attention on top of the attention you was already getting, the bad press the Chiefs was already generating, then you're basically kicking yourself out the door. That's pretty much what you're doing. You're sabotaging yourself. And look, I get it. Buggs thinks he has a case against, the cops saying that they're targeting him for whatever reason down there. Those things I don't know as far as how that goes. And the same thing with the animal cruelty. But listen, the reality is, if you're not a main guy, okay, and like I said, it's Marcus, treat everybody fair, but you don't treat everybody the same. If you're not that guy that is getting full snaps and the Chiefs don't really have a whole lot invested into you, they can go ahead and cut ties with you quick. So that's how they felt they needed to do, right? Because it's just more bad press on top of bad press. And so they didn't need to do it with that. So one thing they said, this is an easy choice. This is a very easy choice. Okay? We want to go ahead and let this guy go. So, look, like you said, I hope we get everything together. Hope everything works out for him. Hopefully the things wasn't true, whatever it is. But, as far as the Chiefs, man, they couldn't deal with that. They weren't going to deal with it. And Andy, them guys were tired of it. And I said that. I said, look, after all these things with Rashid Rice, Wanya Morris, this comes up. They was like, look, there's almost no tolerance policy now. Really is. They have a job to do. They are on a mission. And they can't keep having hiccups with guys messing around, putting everything in jeopardy. Okay? This historic run with three-peat in jeopardy over shenanigans. It's not going to happen. Okay? If you're going to be that one joker messing around, then guess what? You got to go. That's how it works, man. You got to get out of here. So that's how I feel about it, man. So it wasn't really a shock. What about y'all? What do y'all feel about it? So.
I mean, I did a poll on our YouTube channel the day after we had the show, and it was about 96. It was like, should we cut Isaiah Buggs? And it was, I think, 90%, like 91 or 92% yes to 8% no. A lot of people just said, let the legal process play out, kind of deal. That was pretty much that. The people who did say no, that was pretty much what their response was. Let the legal process play out. Chiefs shouldn't be judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let the legal process play out, which I get to a certain point. But it's like when we talked about last week, certain guys have that leeway where it's like, he never really played for us. Like, I mean, he did. I think he made like a snap or two, but he was a practice squad guy who we picked up in January of 2024. With all the crap that we got going on, the last thing they need is to also have a spotlight on us. Like, oh, you didn't punish Rashid Rice, and now you're not punishing this other guy who committed domestic violence and is hurting dogs too. Yeah. That's probably they don't need. But for them to get the media off their backs about not doing anything to Rashid Rice, like, oh well, here you go. We're cutting this guy who did this, and this offseason. It's like, oh, okay. So I mean, it's optically the Chiefs had to do that. I think.
Yeah, no question about it. That's the reality of it. It is. And so, like I said, man, they look. One guy's not going to stop those show. And like I said, they're done with it. I'm like almost like everybody else. Andrea said, I knew it was coming. Lazy Snake said, kind of surprised it took so long. See, everybody said I thought he would have been released sooner. And yeah, I sometimes it's easy to make a decision like that, but like you said, we don't want to be hasty, and as far as like we want to try to look at everything the Chiefs do, because if something unfair, yeah, sure, why not? But the thing is, we gotta make sure we are adamant that look, we're not taking any more of this going on. So when he says, yeah, animals, elderly, and children are off limits, Neff said, don't forget about the disabled. Yeah, look, anybody being abused is off limits. Men, women, it don't matter who it is. Anybody is off limits. So if you put your hands on somebody, then look, you need to be subject to being cut. It's just the way it works, man. Like, there's a level of responsibility, respectability that you need, right? And so character matters. That's why it's so important to have high character guys on your team, on your squad. And we know we have a whole lot of high character guys on our team. Sometimes things are always questionable, no doubt about it. Rashid Rice, boneheaded. We keep going back to that, okay? And he will get his punishment that's due to him, okay? We said that we've been very vigilant on saying he needs to be punished, okay? Rashid Rice knows he needs to be punished. But then all of a sudden, if something keeps happening over and over and over again, right? Then it's way too much. You can't, come on, man. We ain't gonna deal with this. We ain't gonna deal with this at all. So I'm like that at all, man. I don't care who it is. Nobody needs to be abused. Nobody need to put their hands on each other. Okay. I'm not on that court whatsoever. Like, if you protecting yourself, that's one different thing. But somebody like, who's somebody who's vulnerable to these things happening, absolutely not. I have no time for that whatsoever. Okay, and I don't excuse it at all. So
we have some questions from the chat regarding this. So Donna Cochran, Bugs was cut. Is there another DT to help Chris Jones? Maybe. Obviously, we resigned every D tackle that we had from last year. So I mean, and then we have some young guys. The dude from Florida State who we brought in. So I mean, do you think there is another DT out there that they could go get, or is it pretty much what we have is what we have?
Yes, I think there is. What's the name of the Campbell, right? It's Cletus Campbell. What's his name? Somebody signed him already?
He got signed like last week.
Oh, man. Did he? That's a big joker. I wanted that big joker. Dang, got it. That'd have been a house record right there.
Miami picked him back up. I think he played with Miami before.
Hey, got it. See, I seen this name floating around, man. See, shoot.
Yeah. He went to the University of Miami, but yeah, this first time he's playing with Miami. So that smells like probably last run kind of thing, going back to a place where he grew up kind of deal. At playing college there, probably last ride kind of thing.
Yeah. I guarantee there's somebody out here who wants to get paid to go and fold and wreck shop. I promise you, there's somebody out here in the world, okay, who's played in the NFL, who still got some plays in them, who can still be effective, that wants to get paid and be on a championship team, be a part of a history and a legacy. Man, come on, sign me up. I know I would. Shoot, we'll find somebody. So it just depends, Marcus, because usually you start signing guys for summer camp, training camp. This is what happens. Usually they'll find a guy, and I guarantee there's somebody who's out there.
I'm trying to look and see what free agents are out there right now.
Okay. So John Clifford, John, good seeing you, man. Zulu women, yeah, right. Look, everybody agrees on that, man. Nobody needs to be abused on any of these things, man. Rick Henderson, it was time to call the pest control. That's funny. Yeah. Squash the bug, huh?
So best available. Okay. Getting to
seeing you. Go ahead. I'm saying hi to everybody here in the chat, man. People I can see. So, but yeah, look.
They're not bad names. There's some not bad names out there. I mean, I don't know how much they can produce, but Lawrence Guy, Linval Joseph, not bad. But yeah, it's not. It's pretty bare, JD.
Really, slim pickings, huh?
Yeah, Linval Joseph could be all right. You remember him from Minnesota?
I do. So Marcus, so I guess I got to do it, man. I guess I got to come back as a D tackle. Shoot, that's all right. Let's go. Come on, JD. Let's go, baby. Where my helmet at? Get my shoulder pads. Let's get them together, baby. Shoot, I'm ready. Shoot, I'll give you something.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.